the first is construct validity. Construct validity is look like judgment about appropriateness and inference คือบทสรุป of the inference draw from test score regarding individual stand. It depends on the group of population that you can use individual stand or standing on variable for construct an informed scientific idea. Construct is informed specific scientific idea. Develop or hypothesize to describe explain behavior. Presumably, Gavin designed something to probe to find out people behavior, schizophrenia, people bipolar disorder, find out about anxiety. They got motivation or not, they got self-esteem or not, they got job satisfaction or not after discharge from Sunpung Hospital. Construct what is about inside the construct โครงสร้าง behind about this is mean related to the conceptual framework as well. Construct is psychological. Construct is abstract attitude. It may be ability, it may be skill, set characteristic of the schizophrenia or bipolar disorder based on theory, based on concept. Okay, this is why we need to understand population as well to find out about the construct validity. Okay, construct validity is trying to answer questions such as does test accurate or not. You design something, you take some tests. If we use tests, we know already he is schizophrenia. If we still use MOCA, why we use MOCA? We know already. MOCA is just only about screening test, right? If we know, if we maybe we don't have, the answer is might be is meaningless, right? This is why we need to find out about the assessment tool is very fit with this population. Construct validity trying to answer the question, does test is accurate? If test is not accurate, why? Because it's not relevant, it's not appropriate. Okay, make sure the construct theory behind the test, not something else, is depend on, but backed up by the concept or theoretical framework. The score on test should be confirmed hypothesis, formulate in construct. Like we need to know like about behavior, need to be what is inside. It might be anxiety, motivation, self-esteem, job satisfaction. It means we know about the framework inside. Maybe you need to find out from previous study, many journal, okay, relevant with the time or not. Okay, score on test should be confirmed hypothesis. Okay, hypothesis can be rejected or accepted based on basic test score. Okay, construct validity is, for example, you know PJ theory is mean that I could you remember you learn psychology or Piagetian scale to be construct valid. It must predict score according to the hypothesis formulated by Jean Piaget. This is backed up support by his theory or theoretical concept of cognitive development. PJ said children learn certain skill at certain age life. Okay, that is why we need to understand if you got a son, a daughter, children learn certain skill at certain age life. This is why I didn't teach Milano about calculus, about integrate something. Just only 7 years. 7 years need to fit with about the frame of 7 years, right? If we try to what we call escalate more, is what we call is workload or cognitive load of him might be not fit with about this. He must learn and play a lot rather than study hard, right? But Thai people, I don't know. It depends on. Okay, this is why if we bet on PJ, right, Gavarin, if we bet on PJ, why it mean appropriate, accurate. Okay, some children might be super talent. Okay, up to family, go on stage, practice a lot, learn a lot. Even though Saturday, Sunday, holiday, no time for play, no time for family, quality time. I don't know. It means you cannot use based on learning certain skill at the certain age life. If we follow with Piaget, we need to use this. Okay, object permanent is learn and end of sensory motor state. Okay, it means that now his skill of writing, when compared, we might be use skillful of writing very good, but children just only about primary school. Pertinent learning is still at the end, it still go on. If it's like this, because Piaget development, cognitive development, it might be smooth and sharp, but if he turn to grade 9, grade 12, and better, skillful, on average of pigeon skill should confirm this hypothesis. Validity or construct validity is why it's backed up by theory. This is why backed up by cognitive development. If hypothesis is proved wrong, it gives the researcher new dimension. It might be we find something. It might be it's not it's not error from us. It might be from population that we select. It might be about superhero. We don't know. It might be think another. Okay, don't think everything negative. It might show a new dimension. Think about his construct with new perspective. This is why in the US, some people don't walk by foot and leg, and the family think he is abnormal, but he like and prefer walk by hand. Believable, unbelievable, and it's real. In the first time, family think he is an abnormal child. Why walk by hand all the time and put about head down, upside down, and walk? But he loved to walk like this. And after that, family sent him to practice gymnastics. He got the gold medal. It's okay. This is why it may be open the new dimension. Don't just about this. It might be population, just a rare type. Okay. This is why we need to find out the inclusion criteria as well. We need to test about validity, construct validity. Okay, it might be something you got about new perspective. Construct validity of a test can be proved into two ways: convergent and discriminant. That I'm gonna continue. Okay, evidence of construct validity that no group method, not individual method, group method can identify or discriminate between individuals who are known to have traits and those between groups who do not. If it's the first way we call convergent validity or convergent evidence. Okay, to measure reflects the same underlying phenomenon ในปรากฏการณ์ to measure reflects the same phenomenon with you similar result correlate high. Dr. Priya make a convergent evidence convergent contract with Lotka and her Thai CPT. It's come along together. It's convergent, reflect the same phenomenon. It's similar. Why this look like about that in the US, but is validity. It's got validity, but for Thai people. Okay. If it's discriminant validity or discriminant evidence to measure assess different characteristics, will correlate very low. If you use the two assets to measure different characteristics, will correlate very low. This we call discriminant evidence. If we can use to another group, it might be or is maybe and likely to be as well to be very low correlation or discriminant evidence. We can use cluster analysis and factor analysis to identify factor inside or cluster inside specific variable that typical attribute may be attribute คุณลักษณะข้างใน characteristic it look like the same คุณสมบัติattribute คุณลักษณะ characteristic or dimension on people may different. If we test people from the north and people from the south, it might be different. If we try to measure about occupation, if we use some occupation based assessment occupation based or BPA, okay, this might be different, okay, in terms of some social participation. I don't know, based on the research side, okay, based on the forefront that we correct data. Convergent validity is the construct validity of a test can be proved when score of new test show correlation with existing tests designed to measure the same construct. It looked like you use mirror neuron therapy in Thailand and you copy mirror neuron pattern like that from the US. You can test like this. It might be take a population is the same stroke, same age, same everything. It might be the same because it's similarity. Example, new test. But even though you change to be the pattern, okay, relevant with to the Thai people. New test of intelligence การวัดความฉลาดการวัดความฉลาดทางปัญญา should display strong correlation with other tests of intelligence what IQ other similar construct lifespan of attention is called convergent validity because two tests convergent just like two rivers convert into one. For example, if you know IELTS and TOEFL, they find some convergent validity, but sometimes it's similar, but some another is not similar. But based on the theoretical concept, the human can listen, can speak, can read, and can write it, right? That is the based on the human do about language. This is why they test, but test to another English program. Use test first IELTS and TOEFL. I just only a little bit ask someone here. Napason, you have experience to test both of English test or not? English as a second language test, TOEFL or IELTS?
I haven't used these two tests, but I did I don't remember the name of the test, but it was from the England.
Yes. If IELTS is from England and Australia or Canada, but if go to the US, they use TOEFL. But now it's okay. You can use
I used to test by the CEFR.
It depends on, but most of standard in academics around the world, they use two of these. But two of these convergent validity because based on construct validity it means concept of or theoretical favor of communication and a second language. Okay, it may be the way of test is different. Okay, the way some way is different. They might test with internet based, not just real people, right? Or something like that. So if you mention to test in TOEFL, right? Or something like that. Okay, depend on about this. Need to be convergent together. Convergent is mean target test and simple attribute. If you to test about this, it is the outcome and same attribute. This might go to the same way. It's mean high validation. TOEFL, if you got TOEFL very high score, it means that you need to got IELTS high score. Believe it or not, Sorasa and Gavelin. Sorasa and Gavelin, could you hear? If someone tests TOEFL and tests IELTS, but in the real we don't know. It might be high score as well, right? Sorasa?
Yes, it may be.
Why?
Because they have a same construct.
Good.
If we high score in this one and in this one maybe have high score too.
That is okay. This is why this is the construct validity. They test every people around the world already. Most of these kind of examination. Okay, but it depends on you should, okay, and your lifestyle. But in the preference, up to you. Maybe prefer IELTS more than or TOEFL more than is cheaper or up to you. Or the country destination.